Hi, Santosh. Hi, everyone. Good evening.
Hi team, good evening, good morning, and anyone joining from US. So we'll start the session in a couple of minutes, guys. Good evening, guys. We'll start session in 2 minutes. Let's wait for all the. Hi, Santosh. Hi, Santosh. Are you there? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, Mahesh.
Yes, Mahesh.
Yes. Let's.
Can you all hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Santosh.
Yes.
Yes. Santosh, you are. I'm making you as a host. Santosh, are you there? Right?
Can you all hear me? I'm not sure if you're able to hear me. Can
Yes,
you all hear
we can. We can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, Santosh.
Making you host.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, Santosh. Good evening.
Good evening. Just give me a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get started. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, Santosh.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So let's get started with today's session. So I request everyone to be on mute. I'll give you time to ask all your questions. Now, we always keep hearing a lot of positives about Power BI, right? Even in our past sessions, we have gone through a lot of positive points about Power BI. But as I said, everyone will have the other face. So we are going to talk about some of the limitations of Power BI as well. Okay. I keep saying this in every session. A lot of Power BI developers in my team are on bench. The reason? They have not adopted to the cloud and they have not upskilled themselves to the latest technologies. This is exactly what happens when you are not upgraded. Power BI has become a tool where everyone knows, right? Right from an Excel user, and you take any juniors, seniors, college students, everyone knows Power BI. Power BI is such a beautiful tool for us. But we have come to a situation where Power BI is not good enough to be competitive in market. Okay, so let's understand the fact that with only Power BI, you cannot survive in IT. Okay, it's as simple as that. We know how good is being a South Indian, we know that how good is the rice important for us, right? We all are used to rice. We eat a lot of rice. But do you think you can survive only with rice? Definitely no, right? Only rice, impossible to eat, right? You need dal, you need curry, you need some sort of side dish to eat your food, right? So in order to have your good meal, it should be a balanced meal, as simple as that. So let's talk about what is this Azure and Fabric and why it is needed for all the BI developers. Okay, now to get started with, let's talk about one report. This is a report that is built by a tool called Power BI. We all know Power BI. So with the help of Power BI, we can convert the data into insights. And if I ask you to name few of the charts which you're seeing on the screen, you can say that there is a God chart, there is a card, there is a table, there is a column chart, there is a line chart, there is a donut chart. So you can name all the charts which is implemented in Power BI, correct? Now, why did we choose Power BI? We had a lot of other tools in the market, right? We had Tableau, we had Oracle, Power BI, Domo, Hadoop, MicroStrategy. A lot of tools are there. But we already know Power BI is leading in the market in terms of its cost, in terms of its usage, in terms of its company. Everywhere, Power BI is helpful. Uh, we had a long week, right? Long weekend, like October 2nd, October 5th, we had a long weekend. So I had visited my native. There I was like talking to all of the business people there. I was involved in a lot of discussions with them. They're asking me like, we are doing a good business, but we are not able to track and all. So I was suggesting them to use Power BI. Even a normal vegetable seller can use Power BI. You know why? Because it's as simple as that. It's a user friendly and anyone can plot the charts, right? You need not have a formal educated career to do a Power BI report. It's as simple as that. Drag and drop, right? So it's applicable to n number of tools, but we already know that the one which is leading in the market is Power BI. Now with this Power BI, what you can do, right? What you can do. We have already come across a lot of scenarios that what we have done in Power BI. Let's list out some 4 points, okay? Now, Power BI is best business intelligence tool because of 4 components that what it has. So the main component what we has is Power Query, which is very, very helpful for data cleaning. And then we switch the gears to Power Pivot, which is very good for data modeling, and followed by where you can do all the charts, 30 charts plus. Apart from this 30 charts, we have a lot of charts as a custom charts. All of this where you can do it, we have a Power View. And finally, once you do the report, you're sharing to someone. So where are you sharing? You're sharing through your workspace. So it's a Power BI service. So those are the 4 components which is making the Power BI is one of the best in its business. Because if you consider about every other tool which you're seeing on the screen, not for all 4 is possible in one single tool. Please understand this. Let's take our competitor Tableau. In Tableau, you cannot do data cleaning. Maybe data modeling is possible, data visualization is possible, but all 4 with one tool, it's practically impossible in all the other tools. And that is why today we proudly say that Power BI is the greatest tool that ever we have in the business intelligence. It is actually flying high in the market. Well, you're talking only about the positive side. Data cleaning possible, data modeling possible, report sharing possible, data visualization is possible. Well, now let's talk about what is not possible. Right? Because we have done with all the positives, okay? Now we will have to look at the negatives as well. So let's look at some of the negatives, what we can have with respect to Power BI. Now, I'll ask you questions. You tell me yes or no. Okay. Is it possible to store the data in Power BI?
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
but
Yes,
there is
Santosh,
some
we can.
limitation.
How much is the limitation and how much of data you can store?
Depend upon license.
Depending on the license.
Okay. Now, if you ask me, Power BI is not good for storage. Okay. You cannot use it like a database. Is it possible to go and fetch out some records, query some results? Can you go and store it from an application to a Power BI? Is that possible?
No.
No. So
No.
Power BI does not have the property of data storage. What is the maximum I can do with the Power BI? With the Power BI, I can only pull the data, let's say 1 GB data or 10 GB data, depending on the license. I can pull the data to Power BI before doing reporting. This is a maximum that I can do with respect to your Power BI. Power BI does not have any database space. You cannot create some tables. You cannot do some inserts. You cannot do some updates. You cannot do it. The maximum I can do is Power BI comes with an engine called Vertipack engine, which has some sort of buffering space. It can be used like a buffering space only temporarily you can bring the data for reporting. But if you ask me, is Power BI used for storing the actual data, work like a database? The answer is no. That is why it is impossible. Okay. Now, let's talk about data processing. Data processing slightly possible. Okay, I'm still not happy. That's why you see a color. And if you're not okay with the color, I have given you the smiley as well. Okay, compared to the first smiley, the second smiley is okay, possible, but I'm not happy because even though it has a very good option of Power Query Editor, which is very good for doing your transformations, data cleaning, everything you can do, but at one point of time, it becomes like a burden. It becomes like bit hectic to do the data processing, right? Okay, I can still go and do some sort of I can create some tables, I can use it like a joins, I can merge, I can append, I can do text transformations, number transformations, date transformations, a lot of things I can do with the help of Power Query. But at some sort of, at some stage, this becomes like a heavy load. Because what we know, Power BI is only for reporting. But apart from reporting, you're trying to do something else. It becomes like a bit like a drawback. So that's a drawback with respect to Power Query. It can do, but you cannot completely rely on data processing. Okay, I'll give an example. Let's say that I don't know if you guys watch cricket match, right? So in a cricket match, we have to defend maybe I want to have a best bowler in the last, right? There is a last over and there is some sort of requirement that we have. Let's say like last over we have to score some 10 runs. Okay, now I have three options for you. You can choose a batsman to bowl, you can choose an all-rounder to bowl, or you can choose a bowler to bowl. All three can bowl, but whom will you choose to win the match?
Bowler only.
Only
Why?
bowler.
Why? You can choose an all-rounder, right?
All round.
You can choose a batsman also, right? Even he can bowl, right? Why can't choose an all-rounder, or why you cannot choose a batsman?
Yeah, it will be difficult to defend those 10 runs.
Yes, very
We
good.
need a specialist
Yes,
bowler.
very good. Very well said. We need a specialist. We need a specialist, right? We need a specialist bowler to defend the 10 runs. All three can bowl. But end of the day, when we will win the match, when who bowls? That's a question. When a batsman bowls it, maybe 2 balls, it will go to the 6. When an all-rounder, maybe he can still defend, but he may not be expertise in bowling. But if you take an actual bowler, he is a specialist bowler, right? Only he can defend. So like this, when I talk about Power BI storage, absolutely zero. Data processing, somewhat okay. Why? Because we do have a beautiful tool called Power Query Editor, which can do the data cleaning, correct? Now, data analysis. Much happier because Power BI is known for analysis, right? You have charts, beautiful charts, column chart, pie chart, donut charts, cards, multi-cards, custom charts, a lot of things I can do. One of the beautiful way of visualizing is our Power BI is very helpful for doing analysis. And in fact, I need to call out this. Even if you're struggling to do some sort of charts, we have something called DAX, right? We can write some data analysis expression. The meaning of DAX itself is a data analysis. So absolutely the best tool that ever you can have is for data analysis is Power BI. You can see the color red, very bad. Data processing, somewhat okay, because you can still do some sort of transformations and cleaning. And analysis, it's the best. Now, end of the day, what matters is building a predictive model. Okay, so if you ask any business, if you ask about KSR business, I'll say like, okay, last batch we have made this much, next batch we should make this much. So we do have some predictions. Okay, last 5 days it was raining in Bangalore, so tomorrow there is a high probability that it will rain. What is this? It's a prediction, right? So every business will have some sort of prediction, and that prediction, understanding the past data, predicting the future, is called data science, where we apply a lot of statistics, mathematical operations, some sort of analysis we do, and then we predict it. So if you ask me, does Power BI have the power to predict the future? The answer is no. The answer is no. Okay, you cannot predict the future. Maximum what you can do is analysis. With this analysis, I cannot forecast it. Okay, 2025, this much of sales we made. 2026, how much we are going to make. 2027, how much we are going to make. 2028, how much we are going to hit. We cannot predict it because Power BI is only for analysis. People have all learned Power BI, right? And now you start thinking about some negative points. So Power BI was really good for analysis, but what about next, right? We don't have the option of storage. We don't have option of processing. Okay, so the prerequisite for learning this particular concept of Azure and Fabric, you guys should have understood Power BI first. Okay, so I keep saying this, even in my own team, I manage about 40 to 45 resources in my team. I wantedly kept about 6 to 7 members of Power BI skills in bench. The reason? Because they're only good at Power BI, nothing else. If you want to be competitive in market, you need to have multi-skills. That multi-skills is what we are going to learn. So your Azure and Fabric that we are going to learn right from today will be an add-on to your existing role for a data analysis, right? You are all going as a data analyst. For data analyst, you need to have additional skills. What are the additional skills? That is what we are going to learn. Now, we have seen some limitations of Power BI where we don't have the property or features of data storage, data processing, or data science. Now let's try to have some solutions to implement this. Okay. Now, the question comes now, where to store the data, where to process the data, where to forecast the future? Well, we don't have an answer. But for only one thing we have an answer, that is the third one. Where can we do the data analysis? Well, blindly, even if you ask me in sleep, I can still say for data analysis, I can always opt Power BI. Power BI is the best in its business. So obviously, I will opt for Power BI. But what about others? Where will I store the data? Where will I process the data? Where to forecast the future, right? So all of this is something which I'll have to find the solution. Now, I have got the problem. I have got the problem. Now I will have to find the solution, right? Now I will have to find the solution. Now let's try to figure out how to solve this. Okay. Power BI can still do it, right? As I said, it can still store about 1 GB of data. It can still do a data cleaning. It can still do a reporting. Maybe data science, it's slightly not possible, but you can do it and you can use it to your best. Even though it's an excellent tool, does it mean that you can overload it? Does it mean that you can burden it? Does it mean that you can use it for all purpose? Okay. In the recent times, there is a lot of controversy that is going in Indian cricket team. Okay. One of the best bowler in the world is Jasprit Bumrah, right? Jasprit Bumrah is one of the excellent bowler. Even if you go and see in his ranking, he will always stand first. So Jasprit Bumrah is one of the India's and world's finest bowler that you can ever have in all the format. But every series, 1 or 2 matches, they don't play him. Why? Every time I've seen him resting. Why?
Workload
They,
management.
they give
Workload management.
him rest.
If it's a 5-match series, I can see him only playing 3 matches. If it's 7 matches, I see only playing him 5 matches. Why is that?
So they give him rest and they make use of optimal
We
use of him.
don't want to burden him.
Exactly. They don't want to burden him. Okay. Jasprit Bumrah itself is actually having a off time. So they want to rest him. And just because it's a tool, that doesn't mean that I need to overload it. Everyone using Power BI for all the use cases, all the data cleaning. I have seen a lot of people in my team. Data cleaning also, they're not doing in Excel. They're bringing it to Power BI and then they're doing it. Because Power BI has become so addicted tool to everyone. They started doing all the data cleaning in Power BI also, right? So let's understand the fact that today it's fine, but tomorrow it's very hard. Okay. Let me give an example. See, I can teach Power BI. I can teach Azure. Do you think all 24/7 I can teach? Practically impossible, right? It's like a burden on me. However good I am, but still at one point of time, if there is a burden, it's adding pressure and I tend to slip, right? Possibility is there. So it's also a tool where we cannot overburden it. We need to have some sort of segregations, okay? So today, even though it's an excellent tool, but it still has some sort of limitations. Overburdening to Power BI just because that it can do the data cleaning, just because that it can do the reporting, just because that you can publish the reports, you are overburdening it. And one of the limitation what I've observed in the last few years is your Power BI is not that good for handling the large data sources. Okay, nowadays we do have a Vertipack engine which comes with some sort of compression, whatever it is, but the real problem is it cannot handle large data. Okay, even though it comes with bit of compressions, it cannot handle large data. And since because of this, I am depending overly on Power Query Editor. So if I'm relying completely on the Power Query Editor, first of all, Power BI, it is good for reporting. But apart from reporting, if you're doing all sort of data cleaning and data transformations, then where will I do reporting? So all this leads to performance issue. Power BI is best, but not perfect. Try to understand this. Power BI is best, but not perfect. None of the tool in this world is perfect, just like none of the human being is perfect. None of the tools are also perfect. Everyone has pros and cons. Well, it's time for us to discuss about some of the cons of Power BI, right? So this is a limitation. So just try to understand Power BI is only good for reporting, but all the things you can still do it, but it lacks in this. You cannot store the data internally. You cannot process the data. Even though you are doing this with the help of Power Query Editor, and doing both of this at one place is actually putting your performance down. You can still do it. You can still do it in Power BI, but because of the overburden, the system is getting loaded and the performance is degrading. Correct? Now, let's go to some of the flashback. Okay, where we were getting the data. The data we were getting from Excel, CSV, flat files. We were also getting it from SQL Server. And in the past, we were doing a lot of transformations with the help of MSBI. So people who are aware, SSIS, SSRS, SSIS, this was all past from 2021 to 2010. Okay, now, if I'm getting the data to my Power BI in an Excel or a CSV format, how much data I can hold is, I can hold about 1 million, which is nothing but 10 lakhs. The 10 lakhs is a maximum record that I can store it in Excel. You take Excel, you take CSV, the maximum data that I can store it in our system is 10 lakhs. Okay. Now, how much data can a SQL server hold? So this is nothing but my database, the on-prem database. I can store up to 100 GB, and depending on the hardware, I can still go up to 10 GB, correct? So these are some of the limitations what we have in source. You take Excel data, you take a SQL server, you take any of this, you have some limitations, okay? Now, I'll tell you a small story. We started KSR in 2017. Okay. So 2017 we started, and that was my first batch. Okay. So first batch, can anyone guess the number of students?
1.
The number of students I had is 1. Okay. The number of students that I had is 1. And in fact, this one person was my relative. Okay. So whenever I started our first batch, right? So number of students were 1, and that also was my relative. Just because I was working in IT, my mom's sister, that's my aunt, she told that, hey, you're in IT, right? Why don't you bring my son also to IT? So that was how it started. Okay, I was training for one person, and you know what? The laziest person I've ever seen is my relative. Okay, and in fact, I need to be very happy for him because of him, I continued teaching. Okay, so this guy, right? He's staying about 40-45 kilometers away from my home. Every morning, those time no work from home. Okay, everyone was like traveling to office. So 2017, I used to travel 40 kilometers to his house. I need to go his house. Okay, it's like if you have gone through, it's like a home tuitions. It's like a home tuition, and that person is not coming to my house. I am going to his house. Okay, and I reach about. I have to start at 4 a.m. I'll have to start at 4 a.m. and I'll be reaching at 5 a.m. and I need to wake him up. Okay, I need to wake him up. I need to tell, I have come. Please get up. I need to teach you something. So I need to wake up, and he wakes up at 5:30. 5:30 to 6:30 we take a class, and 6:30 again I have to come to my home, which is 40 kilometers, And again, I will have to get ready. I will have to go to office, again come back, again travel. Literally, I have struggled for 6 months to teach him just one relative. The most hurting point is sometimes he says that I have a headache, I'm not able to wake up. I'll have to come back again home without teaching him. That was a struggle I had when I was taking my first batch. Now, the good thing is in the first batch, I know his name, I know his address, I know his parents' name also because they are my relative. Parents' name also I knew. In fact, I know his pet name also. That is, he has a dog, okay? He has a dog. The dog name also I knew him. So everything I knew about him because he was only one student, right? He was only one student. I remember his name, address, phone number, parents' name, dog's name, everyone I knows because I used to go to his house every now and then, right? Now, second batch, because of he getting a job, thankfully he got a job. Even he was like most of the time sleeping, not listening and all, thankfully he got a job. He referred 3 people. Okay. So from my first batch, 1, it became 3. From 3, it became 5. And 5, it became 10. And 10 become 40. And 40 become 100. Like this, we started to increase the number of students. In the second batch, what happened? I cannot travel to 3 people's house, right? This one was okay. I traveled to his house. But when I'm taking the class for 3 people, I cannot go to 3 people's house, right? So I invited them to my house. So they started coming from 3 different locations. Okay. Now, in the first address, I know his full address also. Even his door number, I knew it. Because anyway, I have to go to his house, right? So I know his door number also. Door number, full address, you will not believe. Even I know their neighbor's name also. Because 5:30 when I knock the door, the first thing which comes is his dog. So I'll have to talk to his dog, put some biscuits. Then I'll have to go inside. I'll have to spend some time unless he wake up and fresh up. And by the way, neighbors will come, milk person will come. I've interacted with everyone. And in fact, I knew a lot of information about him. Apart from the student, I knew a lot of information. And you know why? All of this I was used to it, and he was the only person. And where did I store? I stored in my brain only. I did not write down in any notebook or something. All the information, name, address, full address, everything I stored in my brain. That's all I can do, right? I'm not going to write in any notebooks. Now, the second set of people, batch 3, second batch, I invited 3 people. So 3 people coming from 3 different locations. Now, the priority changed. I know where they are, what is their name and what is the locality. That's it. And probably I add their phone numbers also. This is the only information I had. I did not bother to take full address because as if I am going to their house. No, I don't know about their parents' name. I don't know whether they had a pet or not. I don't know what is their door number. Nothing I had. Because for me, only 3 information was enough. Name, locality. Why locality? I need to know where they are coming from. Right? Are they coming from 3 kilometers away, 5 kilometers? So that I can wait and start the class at the exact time. In case if they are late, I used to call them over phone. So I knew their number. And even the phone numbers also, I don't use to save it. I remember them. 3 people, right? Maximum our brain can store about 5 to 6 numbers, right? Even if I ask you to tell any of your friends or family relatives, you may know about 3 to 4 members' phone number, right? For example, if you ask me, I know my parents' number, even I no need to go and search. I can simply open a keypad, I can dial it. I can do that, right? So the maximum number of phone numbers that you can store in your brain is about 3 to 4 numbers. Now you ask me what is the name, what is the locality and what is the phone number. Even today I can tell you because I'm just storing in my brain. I can just remember. Now batch 3. Now the size got increased to 10 or let's say 5. Okay. Now maximum I can store is name and phone number only. Right? Nothing else. I don't even know where they're coming from. I used to store. But this time I started to store in Google Contacts. Google Contacts. Okay. So why Google Contacts? because I can store their phone numbers and I can call them. I cannot by heart it, right? So this time my storage from brain to Google Contacts. Then fourth batch. Now it started confusing for me because I have to know who is the person, where they're coming from, and I need to store their fees because some people opted for installments. Okay. And some people also I have to share them some of the notes, right? So email, phone number. So now I need to have more informations. Now, where did I start storing? I started storing in Excel. So I used to maintain on Excel. In Excel, I used to track how many people are there and how many batch people, what is the fees they have paid, email, everything. Now, right from storing the data from my brain, I started storing in Google Contacts, and now I've started storing in Excel. Now, if I keep on storing all this information in Excel, now 5 become 10, 10 become 40, 40 become 100. Now, I'm okay to share this with you. In my current batch, okay, in my current batch, let's say if I have about 70 students, okay, if I have 70 students, I hardly remember 5 or 6. This is all I can remember. Where can I go and remember all 70 students? Yeah, right? Do you think storing in my brain their names is my objective? No, right? So a place where I used to remember every single information about them. Now I hardly remember 5 to 6 people. Even now, right? Let's say that we have about 97 people who have joined today's session, but I don't even know what's your name, right? Because I can't keep on monitoring who has joined. So that's how the storage has been increasing. The data is increasing. So today I can store it in Excel, but what about tomorrow? What about tomorrow? Okay. Now, if I go and show my drive, this is my laptop. Okay. This is my laptop. My laptop has 220 GB, 460 GB and 460 GB. So C drive 200, 460, 460. So my laptop size is 1 terabyte, which is nothing but 1000 GB, right? So this is the capacity of my laptop. Already there is some red color on C drive. What do you mean by that? Why only C drive is red color? Why others are blue color?
It's full.
It's going to be out of memory.
It is going to be out of memory. Another 10 GB. By 10 GB, everything is going to crash. I have to clean my system before it comes down to 1 GB or 2 GB, or else my system will hang. But here also, if you see, 300 GB is free, about 70 GB is free. And I took this laptop in 2020. Okay, in 2020. In 2025, I'll consider this 1 terabyte is full. Is full. Okay, it is actually full only. If I go and start storing some of the data here, some of the data here, it is full. Okay, so in 5 years, 1 terabyte is full now. And all the KSR information, like all the batches what I've taken in KSR, the KSR collection of fees, course details, your credentials, your passwords, how many courses you have attended, every single thing. Just imagine that I'm tracking everything in Excel. Okay, I'm storing everything in Excel. All the batch data I'm storing in Excel. Okay. Now, today, assuming that, okay, our batch is like decent enough, because we usually don't accept more number of people joining our course. Like, let's say we have more than 100, we split the batches. We don't accept any batch more than 100 just to make sure that we give focus to all the 100 students. We are not the guys who accept 500, 10,000 in one batch. We are not like running a group show here, right? It's not something which I'm dancing and you guys are watching. It's not an auditorium. You're guys here to learn. So we have decided in our institute, let's keep the number as 100. Anything above 100, let's split the batch. So let's keep it 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. So that's how we have targeted. So imagine that we have taken about 185 batches till now, and all the batch size I'm storing it in Excel now. Okay. Now, what can I do? Can I store in my laptop? Definitely yes. I can store up to 1 terabyte in my laptop. Correct? Now, today, imagine that KSR data volume is 1 terabyte. The amount of the amount that I've spent on my personal laptop is 1 lakh. 1 lakh is the amount that I've spent on my laptop. So the complete data management in KSR is managed in my laptop. Okay. So usually what we do is wherever we go, we put a safety locker and then we go out, right? But the way I secure my laptop is I go wherever I want to go. I have to take my laptop itself because I can't even trust it because all of the KSR data is in my laptop, right? So my laptop is having all of the KSR information. So today, if I go and take an expense of my laptop, it's about 1 lakh. 1 lakh is my price of my laptop. Okay. So imagine touch wood, maybe let's say this happens. Let a lot of people get job from here and a lot of people go and refer to your friends. And let's say we are expanding from 1 terabyte. If we expand to 10 terabytes, straight away I'll ask you one question. Can I buy 10 laptops?
No.
No, KSR have money. They can buy 10 laptops. We will money. Can I buy?
No, because
Still.
10 person will be needed to manage that 10 laptops.
Is it? I cannot operate?
At a time, you can't operate 10 laptops.
It's not a convenient way to use.
So why should I
Like-
not buy? That's the question. Why you should not buy 10 laptops?
You can't
Occupancy.
connect the memory of 10 laptops into one.
What?
Even though you have 10 laptops, but you can't connect the server, whatever the memory or RAM it has.
Different
need to manage
data
with 10
is
people.
stored in different laptop. So if we want one specific data, then you have to refer one laptop. So in a single shot, we will not get
Okay.
data at once.
185 batch data. Imagine I've split it across 10 laptops. Okay, 185 batch data, like the student name, email ID, age, address, where they come from, all the location details, fees details, installment details, attendance details, everything. Imagine that I have 185 batch data that I have stored in about 10 laptops. Today morning, Mahesh asked me one question. In which batch, which student got the highest package? You know what should I have done? Analyze this laptop first, find out the highest package. Analyze this second laptop, find the highest package. Analyze the 10th laptop, find the highest package. From all of this, find maximum. This will give you the highest package person. Is it possible? Definitely no. So the problem with buying the 10 laptops is not about expense. Let's say that we can still afford 10 lakhs. But the problem is the analysis gets tougher and you cannot operate all the 10 systems together, right? I cannot operate all the 10 laptops together. I have only 2 hands. Okay. Even if you take all the goddess and all the Ramayana and Mahabharata stage, the only person who has 10 heads is actually Ravana. He has 10 heads. He has 10 brains, but he doesn't have 10 hands to work. Even Ravana cannot work on these 10 systems. So what should I do? I need to hire 10 people. I need to hire 10 people to operate this 10 laptop. I can still go for it. I can still buy 10 laptops, which is a worth of 10 lakhs. I can still do it. But the biggest challenge will be I need to hire them. Okay, let's not hire. You're all my students, right? Once you get a job, obviously one or the other person will be grateful for us. So you will say that, oh, sir, because of you, I got a job. Let me do some work for you. So I say, okay, can you manage my one laptop? Assuming that you will not ask any salary as such. You will say, sir, one system, sir, let me handle it. You ask me any questions, I can search and get you. So what happens? I will have to give it for 10 people. So 10 people I have to give this. Maybe even though you guys are not looking for salary, even though you guys are helpful, you guys are working, I can give 10 people. But the problem is, if something goes wrong, keyboard is not working, mouse pad is not working, you have some electricity issue, or you some have power issue, charger issue, that and all, you will not buy it. You will only manage the laptop. You will take care of my laptop. That's it. If something, there is an hardware issue, licensing issue, software issue, that you will not spend it. And even I cannot expect you to spend it because it's my laptop. It's our business. So maximum you can only take care of systems without salary. But I have a lot of other expense. Right? Why should I ask you to do it for free? Right? I have to pay your electricity bill, I have to pay your internet bill, I have to pay for your license, I have to pay for everything, right? So obviously I have to print some extra. So all of this, we are still talking about 1 terabyte, dude, but the world is moving beyond that. We are still talking about terabytes. We have petabyte, we have exabyte, we have zettabyte, we have yottabyte. What is this? The data is growing like anything. The data is growing like anything. Today, 2025, the size of the data what we have is, let's say 181 followed by 10 followed by 21 zeros. This is the size of the data. As of now, this is the size of the data that has been generated from all the companies across different countries and companies. And I'm worried about 1 terabyte. From 1 terabyte, I'm thinking to, if for 10 terabyte, I'm thinking to buy 10 laptops. I'm thinking to buy 10 laptops. And what about this? How much laptops I should buy, yeah? Correct? We're talking about like this. The growth of data has been widely increasing. The first culprit is because of social media. Social media is the biggest culprit. Because of social media, only all this data is getting increased. Right? Social media, internet, sensors, your smart devices. I can still keep on naming it how the data is increasing over years. Now, when this much of data is increasing, why will I worry about this 1 terabyte or 10 terabyte, right? Maybe tomorrow, if KSR is growing like an Amazon, where will I go and store the data, right? So all of this is a problem. And the biggest challenge what we have, that the data which is storing in Excel, CSV, your on-prem tables, databases, SharePoint, all these are some of the challenges. Scalability challenge. What do you mean by scalability challenge? I cannot buy 10 laptops. That's the biggest challenge. High maintenance. I have to spend at least 10 lakhs for 10 laptops. And if my data is growing beyond that, I have to spend more. And suddenly you come and say that my software is not working, it has corrupted, my keyboard is not working, touchpad is not working, a charger is not working. Who will get it? It's my laptop. I will have to get it, right? Security and compliances. You are somewhere in some other country or state. I give my laptop. What is the guarantee that you are using the laptop? Your brother, your sister, your cousin, someone is using my laptop. My KSR data is open to someone who is staying within your premises, right? And suddenly you come and say that I lost my laptop. Fine, yaar, I'm not worried about laptop. I'm worried about the data inside the laptop. That is also gone. And always if something is issue, you have to take to another additional person, support person. Well, all these are the challenges what we are facing if I start buying a laptop or if I start storing the data in on-prem. Right? Now, we were all thinking. Okay. We were all thinking. And one problem that we were facing is who is going to maintain this type of systems? Okay. Where the two biggest problem I have is one is data storage and one is data processing. So yes, P, this is the biggest problem in life. Okay. Your problem, my problem, your family problem, my family problem is not at all a problem. The biggest problem in this world with respect to data is storage and processing. How to store the huge data, how to store the biggest data, the huge data, how to store your huge data, how to process your biggest data. This is the two big problems that you can ever have in all the industries. You come to KSR, you ask what is a problem, Mahesh will tell this is a problem. You go to Amazon and you ask the problem, Mahesh will tell this. The CEO of Amazon will tell the same problem. You go to any company, you ask them what's the first problem, they'll say that I'm actually struggling to store my data. I'm struggling to process my data. This is what happens. Okay. 2014, I attended one of my cousin's marriage. Okay. One of the cousin's marriage. So by chance, 10 years later, I went to his house. We was just doing a time pass. He was showing some photo album. Okay. He was showing photo album. He's my very closest cousin. Okay. You will not believe I was not even there in one photo. I was not even there in one photo. Because we all know that when there is a cousin's marriage, we all will be busy, right? Go there, look at the dining hall. If everyone is having food, go and invite everyone. If someone is coming, just go and pick them from the railway station, pick them from the airport, make the arrangements for them, go and look after their accommodation and check them whether they have food, check them if they are safe, good enough. So all of this, we keep doing it in our own cousin's marriage. We all have done it. We all have done it, right? 2025, I went to one more marriage. Okay. When I went itself, there were few girls who were like ready to welcome me. I don't know who they are also. They were ready to welcome. And they invited me to the seat. I was accompanied by 2 or 3 people. I don't even know who is that. Okay. So I just thought, okay, it should be from a boy side or a girl side. So they just take me to the chair and they gave me a welcome drink. Then I went to the stage. I wished them. Again, while coming back, I was accompanied by 2 or 3 people. They took me to the dining hall. They served me well. They treating like anything. And then finally, I was about to take a car. They were waiting near me. They were like, okay, we'll wait. After the marriage, they usually put some coconut and some sort of snacks, and they put and they'll give it in one small bag, right? I don't know what they call. What they call? Tambula? I'm not sure what
Written
they...
gifts.
No, not return gift, yaar.
Tambula only.
Tambula only. Tambula, right? I mean, I'm very weak in that, so maybe if I'm using a wrong words, just take this. So they'll give some tambula, right? They'll put one coconut and some of these snacks, and they'll put it and give it in a cup. That also one person is coming and giving me. What a respect, yaar. 2025 marriage. And after 2-3 days, I called my cousin and I asked, hey, how come it was well organized? How come? Is it because I've never seen them in my family? So are they from the girl side? Because I was respected like anything. I was like, everything was manageable. How did you do that? You know what he said?
Event management.
Event organizer or event management. How many of you know this? How many of you know this? There is a team called event organizer. You all know this?
Yes.
Yes.
Nowadays,
Yes, Santosh.
You know what happened? The marriage was so successful that everything they managed well. Who? Event organizer. I had a call with them. I was really interested. So I had a call with them. I asked them, hey, how is it possible? Yeah, everything was super perfect. So I called him and he said, sir, you come, I'll arrange accommodation for you. I have my own cars. I'll give the cars for you. You can take wherever you want. You can use it like a taxi. You can go for airport. You can come, you can pick, you can take the bus, everything. And once you enter the hall, we'll have some few young girls who can respect you with some sort of flowers, welcome drink, traditionally dressed. I can do that. And once you enter, I'll cover up every chair with a white cloth so that it gives a good look and feel. And once you go to the stage, we'll do a lot of decorations with the flower decorations. I'll take care. And then you come for food. Maybe I'll take up every dining details, everything detailed, like detailed plan I'll give you. This is what will happen. Food starts at 8 o'clock. People can come. People can eat whenever they want. I'll have a buffet system. I'll have a snacks. Everything I'll organize. Everything I'll do, sir. So what do you need? You told I need 5 lakhs. When I'm spending 30 lakhs for marriage, it's a minimum, okay? It's a minimum. I'm saying without dowry or without additional extra gifts. When you spend an average 30 lakhs, I don't think this is a big amount. Because when you're serving for 300 to 400 people in every marriage, this is a personal question for everyone, okay? Of course, I need to ask this. Majority of the people in this group would have married, right? Honestly, tell me, whomever you have invited, do they really come and wish you from their heart? Or why do they come for marriage? Why there is no answer? All are bachelors or what?
To give
Yep.
blessings, they'll come for marriage.
Is it? Do they really give
Couple.
blessings?
To check how
No,
we
they
are.
won't give. Some
No, just to compare with.
Do they really come and give you the blessings? Tell me honestly.
They come for free.
No,
Only
Sandam.
family members
Usually
can
they
give
come
the
how
call.
we can manage the functions, Santosh. They will compare the things. They will check whether whether we can match their preferences or not. This all happened for me as well.
for food.
See, I don't remember how many marriages I've attended in the past, okay? I assume that I've attended about 50 marriages. And most of the marriages I went with my parents, with my relatives, with my friends, and with my cousins, okay? In all the 50 marriages, no one has told that marriage was perfect. Everyone say only complaints. Food was not good. They have not organized well. When I went, they didn't even invite me. This is also a complaint, yeah. I don't know what is the problem with this marriage, especially in South India. A lot of things happens. Every time they complain, they did not talk, it seems. I know that the guys who are like in the marriage, they'll be very busy. They did not talk, it seems. That's a complaint. In the food, right? They did not keep pickle, it seems. That's a complaint. Frustration, yeah. Marriage is a frustration. And the people who really come, do you think they're coming for blessings? No. They'll come and they will check everything. How these guys have done, how much they would have spent it. You go to a marriage, next time you go to a marriage, start observing, you go and sit next to someone, okay, some third person. They'll always be doing gossiping. This girl is very height, this boy is very tall. I think it's a love marriage they're making is an arranged marriage. They'll start developing a lot of gossips, right? I've observed this. This exactly happens. But when you're spending 5 lakhs additional, when everything is a well organized, then that's actually a good way to handle it. So 30 plus 5 lakhs, I don't even consider this 5 lakhs as an spending. I feel like, okay, marriage, it went well, right? Well, now, with all the stories, what I'm going to do now, we need a person who's going to manage this. We need a person who's going to manage this. I don't want to do it myself. I don't want to do it myself. I will have to depend on someone else. And who is that? It's none other than cloud. Welcome to cloud. We are not going to rely anything on on-prem going forward. We are going to rely on cloud. So who is going to store the data for us? We are going to store the data in cloud. Who is going to process the data for us? We are going to process it in the cloud. Now, what is this cloud? How are we going to do this? Okay. Now, I'm always against this. Okay. I always keep this example. Like if you want to buy your own house or if you want to buy your own car, I usually don't recommend. The reason? A small example. If you are in India, a normal individual car, it's about 18 lakhs. And of course, you're in India, another 18% GST, 3.6. This value is not updated post our GST change. In the recent times, the GST has been reduced, increased or reduced, I don't know, for car. But you can tell me better. This 18% I'm taking as an average. Additionally, 3.6 lakhs. Every day I have to go to office about 50 kilometers up and down. About 600 rupees I'm spending for car. And it's a blackish color. So obviously I'm riding it for about 50 kilometers per day. Means I need to have a proper maintenance. And of course, it's a black color. I would need some of the cleaning as well on daily basis. So overall, I'm spending 20,000 per month and initial cost 23 lakhs. Wherever I go, I keep seeing this. None of our founders in KSR has a car. Founders, directors, owner of KSR. Maybe I can call them as a millennials, but still they don't have car. The reason? It's not about they can afford it or they cannot afford it. It's all about the accessibility. If you ask me, I've decided that I will never buy ever a car. I will never buy a car. No maintenance, no petrol, no cleaning, no insurance, no initial investment. Take a Ola, take a Uber, ride wherever you want. So I need to go to office 20 days, which I'm spending 12K only for petrol. But here, the maximum cost up and down for going in Ola and Uber, it's 650 rupees per day. And I'm spending about 13,000 per month. Now, how much you guys are spending with your own car? I'm telling you again, none of the founders in KSR has a car. You can come to our institute and check. We don't own a car. Wherever we go, we still use a Ola and Uber. And you guys have purchased a car. You'll have to drive very carefully. It's a new car. And you'll be in fear because if someone comes and touches your car, scratches. And nowadays, you know how difficult it is to ride a car, right? You'll have to be careful. You'll have to ride it. You cannot even sleep. You can't even do a multitasking. While I go to office for 2 hours, you'll not believe, every day I watch one movie. Every day I sleep in the car. Every day I'll put my favorite songs. And I take rest. No tension. I can do multitasking. I can even take a class from an Uber. Do you think it's possible if you're riding a car? Definitely not. I can give any number of examples for this, but let's try to understand owning a car and owning a server is same. Renting a car, renting a server is same. So I'm not going to buy a car. I am not going to buy a server. I'm going to rent a car. Similarly, I'm going to rent a server. Now, who is that server? Which is nothing but cloud. I am going to borrow a ride from Ola and Uber. Similarly, I am going to borrow server from one or the other cloud. Why? AWS, GCP, Microsoft Azure. Unlimitedly, you can use it. From morning to night, if you want to use a cab also, use the cab. Only thing is, you use, you pay. Simple. Right? I told you I went for a marriage where everything was perfect. If I had done this, I would have not done this because individually what I can do. But there is a team for them, event organizers, event managers. They managed it very well that there was zero flawness. I was literally impressed with the way they handled it. Beautiful it is. For the first time in a marriage, I did not see any complaints. Why? Because there is a team who's managing. Now, all these cloud services are very good in what they are managing. They can store the data for us, they can process the data for us, and they can do anything for us. Only thing is additional payment I need to pay. Additional payment I need to pay. Okay. So I'll give you a small question. Okay. Imagine, just imagine, okay. Just imagine your fees is 30,000. Okay. Your fees is 30,000, which you'll have to pay for KSR. Now, what I'll tell you, you pay me another 2K. I will give you extra care for you. Okay. I will make sure I will pull you into my project. And I will always give extra points. Okay. Now, if I tell this, do you think this 2K really matters for you? Because you're already paying this. Does it really matters for you?
No, Santosh.
No.
Now, this is what we are going to pay for cloud. They're going to take an extra care for us. They're going to protect our data and they're going to be with us. That's it. This 30 doesn't matter for me. That extra amount is what matters. So exactly what I'm going to do now, I will have to pay some additional charge. That's fine. When I can get a very good service, 2K doesn't matter for me, right? We're all struggling here. I don't know where to store the data. I don't know where to process the data. So we're all struggling, right? So in order to overcome that, we will have to rely on, just like your event organizers, we are going to rely on cloud. Now, if I go and search event organizer in Bangalore, right? If I go and search event organizer, marriage, event management in Bangalore. If I go and search, all these are events, okay? This is one event holder. This is one event. They plan it well. Air wedding planners, Fistra event wedding planners. So we have all of this, right? Now, imagine tomorrow or some of your friends are getting married. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one you will opt?
Which is highest rating?
Okay.
Do you go based on ratings?
We'll go with high
Yes,
rating and
yes,
reviews as well.
Is it?
Reviews and ratings.
Cost effective.
How many of you go with ratings?
Me?
Reviews and ratings, Santosh.
So do you think all these are genuine reviews? The people who are working only them themselves could have come reviewed, right?
Yeah.
Those
are
used
Then how do you believe it?
experience.
First of all, how many of you have joined KSR by seeing reviews? How many of you have joined KSR by seeing reviews?
So we have joined by your demo classes.
So we have 4.9. So anyone have joined KSR or joined today's session by seeing this?
So
No.
No.
No? Then do you think really rating matters? Do you think rating matters? Then what basis you will choose the event organizers? What?
By references or how they
We will
give
get
service?
feedback from our friends, those who already used.
Feedback, huh? Okay.
From their
Based
previous
on their
event.
services.
Which events organized?
Distance as well, Santosh.
What?
Distance. I mean, how far they are from the.
Distance, online, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what matters for
But
you?
most of the time, when
cost.
marriage is taking place,
Oh, okay.
that time we
Marriages
also
you're
see.
saying. Okay, very good. Okay, next.
Cost.
Like cost also, Santosh.
What else?
Advertisement.
Advertisements. Okay. Now I'll ask you one question. Okay. I'll ask you one question which happened yesterday. I had been to my native. Okay. So you all know those kids, right? So those kids, they would have not explored city much. I'm coming from a village side. Okay. It's a very rural area. So those guys always, when I go, right, they ask me pizza. They say that I have never had a pizza. Personally, I don't like it. And in fact, I don't recommend anyone to eat pizza. But once in a odd while, it's fine. So just because I remember the word pizza, please don't go and order it now. Okay, sometimes it happens. When I keep talking about some examples, I bring a food example, right? And you guys start ordering it. So please don't eat pizza. But still, I went to a place where I was with my kids, actually. My friends, neighbors, everything were there. So they asked me pizza. I was looking at the Swiggy. Okay, Swiggy is one thing which I use, Swiggy and Zomato. So I was looking into it. So there was a one place which is called Domino's. And there was another one place called Pizza Hut. Okay. So I need to choose to order pizza from those two places. This is the first store. This is the second store. Okay. Now I'll give you a choice. Where will I order from? Is it Domino's or Pizza Hut? Where will I order this pizza? Will I order it from Domino's or Pizza Hut?
Pizza Hut.
Why?
Domino's.
Dominus.
Why?
Because it's Domino's is famous for pizza.
My
Is it?
favorite is Dominus.
Come on, yaar. Pizza Hut is famous.
Get offers on Tuesdays.
No, let's not fight between Domino's and Pizza Hut. I know a lot of Pizza Hut fans are there and a lot of Domino fans are there, but both are good. But you know what I did? You guys know that pizza can be had only if it is hot. Do you agree? If it becomes cold, you cannot eat.
Yes, I agree, Santosh. Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
this store one, which was about 5 kilometers from my house, and Pizza Hut was 2 kilometers from my house. Okay. Now, listen carefully. Tasting wise, let's say Domino's is 5. Pizza is 4. Okay. Now, distance wise, Domino's is 3. Whereas distance wise it is 5. Because I can get it in 10 minutes. This will take 20 minutes. Cost wise, Domino's is more. So I'll give you 3. But Pizza Hut was 5 out of 5. Because always I see, right? Buy one, get one. Okay. Always buy one, get one. Now, based on this, do you still prefer Domino? Because it was giving you 5 out of 5 in taste. Do you still opt for Domino's? Anyone?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Still okay? It will,
Yes.
you will get after 20 minutes. By the time you get it, it will be cold. Still okay?
No. Service or quality?
Now, what is that one thing which you can compensate and what is one thing which you cannot compensate? That's a question.
Distance.
Well, if I start talking about all the negative points here, end of the day, what really matters is, imagine this is a Pizza Hut, this is a Domino's, and other two are some other stores where you get pizza. Well, it's not about which is best. Which is best among all the others when I compare with lot of features. So we have 4 cloud now. Now from KSR, I need to opt one. Should I opt for AWS or should I opt for Azure? That's the question now. Or should I opt for GCP? Well, if I talk about a pizza in Domino's or Pizza Hut, I considered cost, quality, service, distance, taste. Based on these 5 factors, if a few people, one of the person said, even if it's far, I don't mind getting it late, but still I prefer Domino's. That means he's giving preference to Domino's. The other guys who said Domino's may now shift on to Pizza Hut because it's fine, yeah, less cost, Quality is still good. 4 out of 5 is still good. I can get in 10 minutes. Now, there is a possibility that people can switch from Domino's to Pizza Hut. Possibility is there. Well, the choice of cloud depends on multiple factors. I am not only going with cost. Please do remember, I am not going only with cost. I will have to go with lot of features. Service available. Is it available near your house? Is it going to be like effective? How the services are? Maybe feedbacks. Everything I'll be considering, and then I'll be choosing the cloud. Okay. Now, in our particular course, we'll be learning one of the cloud service, and that cloud service will be Microsoft Azure. And let me tell you one good fact also. One of the best ever cloud service that you can have is AWS. One of the second largest cloud services, Azure. One of the third best cloud services, GCP. Now I'll ask you a question. Why am I not going with first best? Why am I going with second best? Can anyone justify?
Due to cost.
Because it's Microsoft product, Santosh.
Compatibility with Microsoft.
Highly
Okay.
ended cost products.
Power
Power
BI
BI
is
is
also
Microsoft
Microsoft
product
product.
and Azure is also Microsoft product. So compatibility will be there.
Okay. One of the best ever phone that what we have is Apple phone. Okay. One of the best ever phone that what we have is Apple phone. Can I assume that all the 91 people in this batch have iPhone?
No.
No.
Why? Why? It is best, right? It is a topmost phone ever in this planet. Why does
Awesome.
not everyone have it?
Cost.
Cost.
As I said, just
Cost.
because it's first, I cannot completely rely on that, right? iPhone is best. That doesn't mean that everyone is using iPhone, right? So cost comes into picture, service comes into picture, usage comes into picture. With all of this, we are going to learn Microsoft Azure. So Microsoft Azure will be the cloud that we will be learning from tomorrow onwards. Tomorrow we'll be introducing what is this Microsoft Azure and what are the things that we are going to learn. And with this cloud, we will be able to reduce the burden of Power BI. So two main problems what we had is where will I store the data? Where will I process the data? Now all of this I'm going to overcome, right? Now, this is what we guys were doing it, right? So people who have known Power BI, this is what we were doing it. We were getting the data to your Power BI, particularly to your PQE. What is PQE?
Power Query Editor.
Power Query Editor.
Power Query Editor. We were getting the data from CSV, Excel, JSON, XML, database. We were all getting to this. By the input itself, you can see how much load that Power Query is handling. See the load. It has to connect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it has to do the data transformation. It has to do the data cleaning. It has to do the data modeling. Oh my God. Lot of things have to do it in Power Query. This is making my Power BI very burden oriented scenario now. Now what I am going to make? I am going to, this is a past, okay? Legacy system is a past where we are getting the data from Excel, SharePoint on premises, and we are connecting to Power BI for reporting. This is a past. This is a handwritten architecture. This is a diagram based architecture. But what we are doing, current system, CSV files, Excel files, JSON files, XML files, SQL files, all of this data, I am going to get it into Azure. I'm going to get it into Azure. And all the data cleaning, data transformations, data modeling, everything I'll do it in Azure only. And once I do all the data cleaning, directly I will bring it to Power BI dataset. If you observe carefully, I am not touching Power Query Editor. Power Query Editor is untouched. It is untouched. So what your Power Query was doing, we are going to do it in Azure Data Factory. That is how we are going to improve our system. What we were doing it in Power Query Editor, now we are going to switch on to Azure Data Factory. Where is Azure Data Factory? Azure Data Factory is present in Azure. So, lot of reasons. Microsoft Azure is one of the fastest moving cloud service, second largest cloud service. 80% of the Fortune 500 companies are using Azure, and followed by very, very optimized cost. AWS is the highest ever cloud service it can charge you, but Microsoft Azure is very much optimized cost. And we know that we are working with Power BI. Power BI is a Microsoft tool. Compatibility is also good. So all of this is helping me to solve my solution better. So tomorrow we will learn about Azure. Today I've introduced cloud services for you, drawbacks of on-premises and some of the limitations of Power BI. So tomorrow we'll talk about Microsoft Azure. Okay, I'll tell you a statement. Please listen this carefully. Okay, I've told this many times, but still I'm telling this. We are here. Okay, we are here. You get a job, you go out, you get into a company, you go to a different country, you forget us, whatever may be happening in the next 5 years. Okay, please remember this. I'll tell you a statement and I want an explanation from you. Okay, resume without cloud skills is a tissue paper. I repeat, your resume in 2030 without cloud experience is a tissue paper. You go to a budgie shop, they'll keep a resume on your paper and give you. That is how it will happen in 2030. Are you understanding what I'm saying? If you don't have the cloud skills on your resume in 2030, your resume is a waste paper. Still not understood?
Understood, Santosh.
Can anyone give me a clarification what exactly I've told? What did I tell?
Without cloud computing in our resume, it will just a plain piece of paper. Nobody is going to view it.
Oh, you know Power BI, right? You know Power BI, you know Excel, everything you know, right?
But where will I store the data? Where will process the data? Because data is increasing day by day. So to overcome this scenario, cloud comes into picture.
So you don't remember my name, you don't remember KSR, you don't remember the classes, I don't have problem. But please remember this forever. In 2030, if you don't have the cloud experience, you will not be considered for IT. You cannot fit into IT role. Okay, it looks very harsh, but I'm just sharing my experience. I've been into the field for the last 11 and a half years. Day in and day out, that's my work. Okay, I don't watch web series, I don't watch serials, I don't listen songs, I don't listen movies, but every single minute I keep researching about what is happening in the market. Trust my words, in 2030, if you don't have cloud, you will not be hired. Okay, so with that, we'll stop here for today. We'll continue tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll talk a bit more on the Azure and we'll see how it is going to be helpful for Power BI developers. Okay, so with that, we'll come to the conclusion of today's session. Any questions, please do ask.
Santosh, we are learning Azure. What is important only for Power BI?
Yes.
So how much time it will take to complete Azure?
Azure and Fabric will be learning in about 1 month.
No.
About like 4 services we'll be learning, And the duration of the course only for Azure and Fabric will be about 30 hours, which will go up to 20 to 22 classes. The main service that we will be learning is ADF, because ADF is the one thing which is going to replace Power Query Editor.
Just you told that one cloud service is very, very important to learn. So to learn, how many months it will take?
That's what I'm saying. No, we will be learning about 1 month. Azure and
Okay.
Fabric will be learning for 1 month. And the yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask ADF is a data warehousing or it is a database?
It is an ETL. ADF is a ETL. What your Power Query was doing, that exactly the same thing you're going to do it in Azure.
Okay, then we can replace SQL by ETL ADF, right? Then where to store the data warehouses means the way to store the data like that. It should be a data warehouse, right? To maintain all the data storage.
That's what we are doing here, no? In
Yes,
Azure,
you told
you will
ADF
be,
is a
we will
ETL.
be.
Then where to store data storage?
Are you seeing my screen?
Oh yes, I can.
Yeah. All this I have to store it in one place, right? This is one
Yes.
service. Okay.
ADLS
Is a
means
lake storage, Azure Data Lake Storage. It's a data warehouse.
okay.
Okay. From there, I'll pull it and I'll do the transformations.
And ADF is a ETL tool, acts
ETL.
as a ETL tool. Okay.
And after doing the data cleaning, I'll put it in database, cloud
Okay.
database, Azure database. Instead of pulling from SQL database, now I'll pull from Azure database directly and connect to my Power BI.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions?
What will be the charges of this course?
See, we'll be giving you Fabric license. So the charges will be, it will come around 1 month, okay, this duration. Because as I said, people who know Power BI, only you guys can join this. That's a strict rule, okay? If you don't know Power BI, please join the complete course. In complete course, we have taught you Power BI, SQL, Power BI, paginated reports, and then comes your Azure, and then comes your Fabric, okay? This is a full course. This is a full course for data analytics, okay? So this data analytics course, the charge is about 30K, I guess, with license. But you guys are joining only for this too. So if you are opting for Fabric and Azure, the requirement is you should already know SQL, you should already know Power BI. Only then you can learn Fabric and Azure, or else please don't join. If you don't know SQL and Power BI, reach out to our team. Our team will guide you to join the complete course. But since we have been starting a new topic called Azure, we are accepting new admissions. So in the new admissions, people who are already having the knowledge of SQL and Power BI, only you can join. The cost for this would be 10K, including license. We'll be giving you Fabric license. It's a 10K, which is about 30 hours, and it comes around 22 to 23 classes.
What will be the timing of classes?
Same time, 8 to 9:30. Monday to Friday.
Okay. Got it.
And do we get the recordings?
Yeah, obviously we'll get recordings for about 1 year. From today, if you're joining, from 1 till next year, same day, you will be getting recordings for 1 year. After that also, we'll get it if you have a genuine reason. But after 1 year, we'll start validating why you have not got job. Either there should be something wrong with us, or there should be something wrong with you. That's why you have not got placed, right? So we'll sit on a table, we'll discuss what happened, and then we will extend it if required. But the licensing part will be for 1 year. That is your account, Fabric account. And Fabric license premium version will be for 60 days. And in fact, this license, you can use it for your practicing your Power BI services also. Same license will be applicable for both.
You also provide a help to finding the job also.
We will help you in resume preparation, resume guidance, interview process, mock interviews. We'll frame the resume for you. Once you complete this course, we will sit with you. We'll discuss what you have done in the background, what you have done in the past. We'll understand your background. One-on-one resume preparations also will be given. We'll also be giving a reference in case if we have any of our openings in the known circle. But this is what we can do. Okay. We will not directly pull you and put it in a project. That is not possible. Whatever is possible from us, that we will do you. So there are two things, right? One is job assistance and job support. We are here to provide you job assistance. We'll tell you what you have to do, what you can do, how to get your resume shortlisted, what type of resumes you can prepare, how to frame the project, some of domain knowledge, everything I'll tell you. As a team, we will do that. One-on-one mentors, one-on-one resume preparation support also will give you. That is called job assistance. That we are guaranteed.
Santosh, am I audible? Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have experience and SSIS. I don't have PowerBI yet. Can I join this course?
No, please don't join. Okay, because you will have to learn Power BI before learning ADF. The reason is ADF provides an additional support what your Power BI was not able to do it. And if you don't know Power BI, right, tomorrow I'll talk about Power Query Editor. You will not know anything because you don't know Power BI, right? So knowing SSMS, SSIS, SSRS. So I'll tell you one thing, okay? Just because you asked this question, I'll tell you. This is past. This is present. This is future. Okay, listen carefully. In the past, we had three tools. SSIS for data cleaning, SSAS for reporting analysis, SSRS for reporting. We had three. Okay, this was in past. When I say past, 2005 to 2015, 10 years. Present, what happened? 2015 and till I would say 2023, it was still good only. Everyone were using Power BI till 2023. I'm not saying it's lost. People started moving on to Power BI. In Power BI, what happened? We have Power Query Editor. We have Power View. And we have Power Pivot. Okay. So all three, which I'm doing in this three, right? SSIS, SSRS, SSAS. One is for data cleaning, one is for analysis, and one is for reporting. All three I'm doing it in one tool. This become three tools. And this become one tool. Now what I'm doing, it becoming overburdened, right? Now I'm moving to Azure. So in Azure, basically I'll be storing the data in Azure DB. Then I will be doing transformations in ADF. And then I'll be pushing that into lake storage. Now again, this is an added advantage. Now what you are asking, I know past, I will learn future. Doesn't work, right? Either you know past and present, well and good. You know present and future, well and good. Past and future, not possible. Are you getting it?
Okay. Yes, sir.
You either learn past and present. That means you learn SSIS, SSRS. You already know this. So you learn Power BI. It's still okay. You can still get a job because I've seen a lot of companies migrating from MS BI to Power BI. You will still have an opportunity. But I don't recommend anyone to learn this anymore because it's become stable. Not even a single company is starting a new project in MSBI, SSIS. I've never seen, in the last 4-5 years, I've never seen a single project running on this, starting a new project on this. So learning present and future is a fair decision you can make. So learning Power BI and then learning future will add you a lot of opportunities. So this is a link, okay? If you're learning past and future, no use. It should be consecutive. Past and present and future, or past present, or present future. You decide.
Okay. Thank you.
Santosh.
Yeah.
I have one doubt in Power BI. Like I'm from previous batch only, but I have one doubt in incremental refresh. I pinged you
existing
in
topic.
Teams.
Are you talking about the existing completed one?
Yeah, incremental refresh.
Yeah, we can talk that about later. We have a new topic today, right? So we have a lot of new admissions as well.
I've pinged you in Teams.
Yeah, I'll check it. Yeah, I'll check that.
Okay.
Any questions on today's session? Please do ask me right away.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, if somebody knew SQL and Power BI, they need to learn only Azure and the Fabric, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, sir.
It's a added tools to improve your job opportunities. I've been hearing a lot of people are not getting job on Power BI and SQL. I'm telling the same, you will never get. Okay, you will never get only by knowing Power BI. I myself have kept few people on the bench because they don't know the other technologies. So if you want to survive in the market, if you want to be competitive in the data analytics, you need to have multi-skill. For that, Azure and Fabric is must.
Yes, sir. And as a fresher, it's been more difficult right now for me to get in job because from past 6 months, I'm just struggling to
See, that's
get
what
an opportunity. Still I'm trying.
freshers will always have difficulty. That's why I said learning cloud can put you forward. Okay, today a lot of people are not having. See, I'll tell you one trick. I'll tell you. Okay, today go home. I mean, in your resume, just add Fabric and Azure. Okay, tomorrow if you don't get call me, if you don't get call, you come back and tell me in the same class.
Oh,
Okay, because cloud is important in every company. The reason you are not getting call, I'm only telling, right? If I'm recruiter, I will not hire you. I'll not pick your call. With only Power BI, what I will do? Everyone can do Power BI, no? Apart from Power BI and SQL, what you know?
right. Sir, I know SSIS as well. Currently, I'm learning SSIS because I have joined coaching somewhere else, and I'm in between SSIS right now. So, is it possible for me to learn ADA? Because
See,
I
I
think
don't
it.
know. I don't know who suggested, but I will
Uh,
never suggest this. I will
right,
never
sir.
suggest this. If anyone asks me, can I learn this? I'll say no. This tool has expired. Why you will learn now?
Yes, sir.
I
One
don't
of
know
my
who
friends.
suggested, but I strongly recommend don't go for past. Learn
But
something which is
few
going to be past and future.
for ETL they're asking SSIS, Santosh.
That's what we are doing. No, ADF is also ETL. Say, I'll
Because
tell you.
actually, I'm.
Say, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. We have 100
Okay, sir.
projects. Okay, we have 100 projects. 9 projects is actually in SSIS. 91 projects is in ADF. Are you going to worry about this or are you going to worry about this?
Yes, sir. 9 is more worried.
90% of today's projects are on ADF. And I don't know why you guys are still thinking about it. They let them ask. Let them ask. You tell that SSIS has been stable. We are not using anything, but as a replacement, SSIS is you're doing in ADF, no? So you need to
Yes,
tackle
sir.
it. But still, I'll tell you, if you really want to learn basics of SSIS,
Yes,
you
sir.
can still tell me. I can help you with that. In case if there are a lot of companies who are asking, I need to migrate from MSBI to Power BI, I can help you that as well. Okay, but
Yes, sir.
don't take
Yes.
this as a tool to get your job. Not possible. This is only for your knowledge. Before Power BI, how the situation was, I want to understand. Maybe you can learn. But with this, if you're looking for an opportunity, not possible.
Yes, sir. One of my friends suggested me that it can, if you learn SSIS, it can boost your chances in.
No. Who said that? You ask me, I'll tell you. ADF is one the way to boost your opportunities, not SSIS.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you.
How much package we can expect after learning ADF and Fabric?
30 to 40% of your current CTC. Okay, I'll never promise it's 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs, because with respect to Power BI, now they are looking the current CTC also. So because this tool comes with and without coding, right? So obviously everyone will learn. There is a lot of competition. So if you're, say, I'll tell you what is a standard that you can get. Okay, for a data analytics role, 3 to 3.5 times you will get package.
Yes.
Okay, 3 to 3.5 X I'll put. If I put X means 1 year experience, you will start with 3 to 3.5 lakhs package. Okay.
Right.
So 2 years means you will end up somewhere in 7 lakhs.
Right.
And if you are having 4 lakhs, 4 years experience, you will end up somewhere about to 14 lakhs. Okay. This is what usually the IT standards. I'll say IT standards. Okay. IT standards.
Got it.
So in case if you guys are not getting this, let me tell you, you guys will be called as underpaid. People who are not getting this salary 3.5 times your experience, right? If you're not getting this, you'll be calling us underpaid. So in order to boost your skills, we are going to learn SQL. You're going to learn Fabric, and you're going to learn ADF and cloud. Okay. You can expect you can get up to 4 times, 4 to 4 times. It's not a big change. Okay. But big changes will happen here. From 14 lakhs, if you talk about 4 times, right? So you may get even up to 18 to 19. But this 18 to 19 may be very short. You may expect 5 lakhs only. Okay. But in case if you are getting somewhere around 12 or 13, you can still aim for 18.
Right.
Okay, that's the standard. So you learn additional knowledge, you can get this. But again, this also depends on your current CTC, which company you're working, how much gap you add in between. If it's if I'm talking about women, like how much of maternity leave you add in between. If it's a guys like one company, another company, how much gap you had. All of this matters. So your package depends on multiple factors.
Got it.
Any other questions?
Can I get your recorded course for the same?
What?
If I cannot join live course?
You will not be able to join course?
If I cannot available to join the course, can I get your paid course for recording for the same?
Yeah, you can get it. You can reach out to our team. Our team can help you to get the past batch recordings. Or you can attend the same batch in the recording. Like for example, 9:30, I'm ending the class. 10 o'clock, the the videos will be available and you can watch the recordings.
Got it. Okay.
Hi Santosh, I have a question.
Yeah.
This course is already come with Power BI, or this one is the fresh separate course?
This course started 3 months back. We have completed SQL, we have completed Power BI. Now we are starting Azure. For Azure, we are accepting new admission.
Okay. Yeah, Santosh. I attended your earlier sessions, complete even ADF and Power Platform too. Just I'm looking to refresh one more time this ADF and these things.
Sure.
So
You can
that's why I'm
join now.
looking.
Yeah, you can join now. If you really want to join from beginning, October 23rd, we are starting a morning batch, which will start again from SQL, Power BI,
No,
Azure
I
and
already
Fabric.
attended your sessions
Then you can
earlier.
join only this. Yes.
Only this, just for one more time, I want to refresh myself.
Yeah.
Even Power Platform also, I'm the first batch student for you. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your name? Lakshmi, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe I may
I
not
did
remember.
for
Yeah.
that day also. I did for all the app and everything. You also appreciated me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm sorry. Maybe a lot of
That's okay.
Lakshmis are
That's
there
okay.
in TSR.
That's
I may
okay.
not
After
remember, but
long time. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Just I will talk with Mahesh and I will going to continue this session, only this session.
Very good. Thanks for that. Yeah.
Yeah. No problem, Santosh. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Santosh, any
go
help for US people?
Yes, we will help you in terms of, for US, right, there is a lot of challenges that is going on in your visas, right? But technically we can help you. We'll make sure that we will prepare your resumes as per the IT standards, that is US standards, and we'll help you with the projects. Whatever the current company you're working, we'll try to fabricate your Power BI knowledge there, or the Power BI integration, Azure, Fabric, everything we'll try to prepare. And if you really need some consulting help also, we can do it. This much we can do it. But if you're asking me any for referrals, that may not be possible because we are an Indian-based company. But still, we have a lot of support in US. We can do that. Okay, technical support we can do. But if you're asking me like visa support, that is not possible.
No, when you say consulting reference, do you have someone here who does consulting for?
Yes.
Okay.
We can give
that
you
is
that
what
details.
I was looking for.
Yeah, we can do that. You can talk to Mahesh. Mahesh will have more details on it. You can try to connect with him. He can provide you more details on the consulting details. But technical support, I can help you.
Sure. Perfect. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
As this batch is completed SQL and Power BI, so from Azure and onwards, how much do I need to pay for the Azure and Fabrics?
Azure and Fabric, you need to pay 10,000, including license.
Okay, sir. And projects are also included in
Yeah,
this?
we will be doing 2 projects. One is in ADF, one is in Fabric.
Okay, sure. Thank you, sir.
Okay, if we don't have any questions, we'll stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. So please join for the first 5 sessions. You'll still have like free sessions for the guys who have joined newly. And that will give you the complete details about this course. Okay.